Hello again, my quick mission Marmaduke Maloney's. Welcome back to my quick mission tips. We're on mission 106 here. And as far as threats goes on this mission, your highest threats are going to be cosmonauts and colonists. There's quite a few of them, and there's some laser guys as well in the back. Secondary, I would say, is wasps, and then last of all, spiders, rolly balls, drones. You're going to deal with those too, but nothing too big. So I say an important part of your weapon selection on this mission would be you want to avoid weapons that pull too many enemies, such as missile launchers, thunder crossbow, stardust cannon, stuff like that. You want to be careful with those kind of weapons. I would say don't even take them, but yeah. All right. So as far as weapons go, as far as ranger, my suggestions are. I would say take your best slaughter shotgun. I would say that's just gonna be good for defense for yourself nearby. And then your second weapon can either be, I would recommend either Emerald with a multi-lock-on device where you can lock on your targets onto one enemy, which you would use to kill the cosmonauts or colonists. Or you could maybe switch that out for, if you have a team, maybe take a healing bomb to help out the team. Or you could probably switch it out for sniper as well if you want to be sniping. And then for your second weapon, or for your item, I would recommend, if you're not taking the missile launcher, of course, I would recommend taking your best brute helicopter for sniping down the ships itself, or you could also take a railgun as well if you want to use that to snipe. But you want something that's high burst damage to kill the ships pretty quickly. As far as wing diver goes, I personally like the Lance. I think it's good for close to medium range combat, and it's very strong. It's good at killing ships as well. And then, of course, you could take your best sniper, either a Ryzen sniper or a monster sniper, whatever one's better or leveled up for you, to kill the ships quickly. You do want to also be careful with the Ryzen. The Ryzen will shoot through shield screens, so you want to be careful with that to not pull too many enemies with that if you're sniping a cosmonaut or something. As far as core, I don't think it necessarily matters. You might want to take your best overall core as far as energy goes, but alright, on to Air Raider. Now for Air Raider, you want to have air raids that do not pull enemies, very important, because you don't want like a KM6 or a Phobos, because that would pull the map. So I recommend for the cosmonauts the 150. These things are very good on cosmonauts. It seems to really damage their armor quickly, and then you can get really easy headshots with it because it's so accurate. So I'd recommend that, and then I'd recommend your best Zexar gun if you have a good one that'll work out for defending yourself. And then I would take a Sprite Fall as your other weapon. That way you could, if say you're going to attack a ship, you could just use a Sprite Fall on that ship, kill the enemies underneath the ship, and then you can be free to actually kill the ship itself. And then for your vehicle, I would take a Nyx, so you can kill the ships very easily with. It's very strong on ships. So something that can actually has decent range. So I mean, Red Guard can work. The blue one, this best one, can work. It has a rocket and machine gun. Of course, Revolver Custom, if you're on lower difficulties, can work well. That's what I recommend for Air Raider. And then on to Fencer. I recommend Spine Driver and Dispersion Mortar. The reason I pick Spine Driver is because it's good on drones. You're going to be dealing with drones in this mission. It's just better range, just better for killing those enemies. And then Dispersion Mortar, of course, is just good burst damage for cosmonauts, or just for enemies in general, for the dropship itself. And then for your second weapons, I would recommend taking 2 NC cannons. This is very good on cosmonauts. And if you take the muzzle stabilizer, and then you can take a multi-charger, so you can still dash and jump around. That would be the setup I'd recommend, honestly. And one thing good about the shield screen is when you're sniping with the NC cannons, the shield screen will stop you from pulling too many enemies in the far back, because the shield screen will stop it. So that way you'll be able to snipe cosmonauts yourself here. So, all right. With that being said, let's go ahead and get in the mission and talk about how the mission goes. Alright, let's get started here. Of course, I'm going to be playing with limits offline, because I want to do this quickly, make this video pretty quick, but these strategies do work on Inferno. So whoever's going to stay back, I'd recommend them grabbing these 3 sets of guys back here, because they're pretty valuable. So the person that's going to attack, if you have 2 people, then I would recommend going towards this ship right here, and just wait on this platform here. If you're a wing diver or, fencer, you can also wait near the ship, so that when it opens, that way you can just kill the ship really quickly, and then you can go back to the NPCs and then defend. Because the only thing you're going to pull with this that's going to be dangerous is these shotgun cosmonauts. So just head back to the NPCs and then just defend and kill these cosmonauts. So once you come back with the NPCs and defend those 3 cosmonauts, then this is where I would personally recommend just starting to snipe these big guys that are in the back. As you'll see here, let me get to a better position. There's a bunch of cosmonauts, colonists all throughout the whole back. So I'd recommend just sniping those at the beginning part of the mission rather than doing it towards the end. That way if you have an issue, you'll find out early on if you have to restart or not. So I would just recommend starting from one side. I'm going to start on the left side, and then just pull the farthest left cosmonaut or colonist, and then whatever comes towards you with them, then attack them. Like, make sure not to attack them early, because if you attack them early, then these guys will see you. So you just want to wait till they actually come towards you, and make sure you fight, you know, like in this area right here. And then, you know, once you kill these particular cosmonauts and colonists that come with you, then I'd recommend pulling the next set that are further in the back, and then just kind of slowly pull these cosmonauts and colonists until all of them are dead. Of course, so when you start getting towards the back and towards the middle, you may pull some small enemies with you, but like I said, as long as you wait to attack the enemies when they're near you rather than attacking them out in the middle, you're not going to pull more enemies. They're just going to be a limited number that come towards you. So you just want to, you know, fight near yourself very quickly, because that's the biggest issue I see with this mission online. Is you'll see people just either use weapons that pull too many enemies, and then you keep attacking the dropships, and then you never have a chance to regroup. You're always fighting constantly, and then all the cosmonauts eventually are near you, and then you either fail the mission or just barely get by. But if you pull slowly, then I think it'll work a lot better for you. Well, I know it will work a lot better for you. So I killed those colonists and cosmonauts, so now I'm going to pull the next set here. Oops. Pull the next set here. These guys right here. So just pull them, and then just wait. They're a little bit slow, but just have to wait till they get near you, and then go to the next group, and just keep doing that slowly. The worst you're going to get is, like, you know, 4 or 5 of these cosmonauts. But if you do it slowly, then you're never going to have to deal with more than 4. And then plus on top of that, you'll be able to keep these NPCs pretty much well alive the whole time, which can also be helpful, because these guys aren't too bad, honestly. Okay, as you can see, if you wait for these big guys to slowly make their way over here, all you have is just 3 to deal with. And one quick tip I'd recommend is, if you're fighting these big guys, or even the other guys, the cosmonauts, I'd recommend going for their leg armor always. Well, not always, but most of the time, just go for the leg armor, knock their legs down, because their leg armor seems very low armor, low health. So it's easy to knock them down, and once you knock them down, it's a lot easier to kill them. Because if they stand back up, you can just knock their exposed leg back down, and it's a lot quicker to just kill them when they're knocked down. So I'd recommend trying to go for their legs for sure. And also, if you have an NT cannon or something, like with the fencer or a sniper, you'll notice that these shield screens back here will kind of keep you from pulling too many enemies. So, I mean, you still want to be careful that you don't pull more enemies when you're sniping these guys, like maybe go from the side or something. But if as long as you have a shield screen behind you, you may be safe enough to just snipe straight ahead. Alright, so these are down now, and now we're going to go to the next pull. Now this pull is going to be a little bit tougher, because you're going to have a lot more enemies come with you down the middle here, but just go ahead and pull them right in the middle, and you're going to get probably 3 or 4, but on top of that you also get some small enemies, but it's no big deal. As long as you, like I said, just attack them all back here and don't pull any more after you kill the ones that are near you, then you should be fine. And then the last thing, I'm not going to show every pull because it's all pretty much the same thing every time, but then you move on to these guys next. Just try and pull the front ones instead of the back ones, and then once you kill the front ones, kill the back ones next. And then on the right side, you're going to have a laser guy here. That's the only laser guy you have to deal with, so he'll be the last one you pull. But once you do all that, then you can move on to the ship. So let me go ahead and fast forward here and get to the part where all these cosmonauts are dead. Alright, now we have all the cosmonauts colonists pulled, which probably is going to take about 5 or 6 different separate pulls. I usually go for this spider ship, since you already killed the ant ship if you had the wing diver or fencer or something right at the beginning. If not, then of course kill the ant ship first, but then I usually go to this this spider ship next. Sometimes these things will be walking around, so you may have to go and try and kill the shield screen before you do the ship, but usually I'll do the spider ship, and as always, just try not to pull any more ships than just the one ship, and just do damage to this ship, and then, you know, fight further back at the spawn so you don't have to worry about pulling more enemies. But it's not too bad as long as you pull these separately and slowly. And then after the spider ship, usually the ship I like to do next is the wash ship, because this is probably your biggest threat as far as the enemies that drop out of the ships themselves. There's another wash ship in the back, but it's nice to get one of these out. So you can always kill the wasps first, and then once you kill the wasps, you can wait till the ship opens the next time if you have a tough time getting close to it. But yeah, I would definitely go to the wash ship next, because that's gonna be your biggest threat. So pretty much you're just trying to get the ships that are on the edges, so you can do them one at a time. Usually the next one I do next is the one on the far left here, because by itself, the spider ship, because if you pull that one, it kind of pulls the ship next to it. So usually I'll do this one next, the spider one. And then after you kill this ship, there's going to be some large drones that are going to come out. So once you kill the ship, you're going to want to go back towards the spawn area a little bit and defend from the drones. So there's a decent amount of drones that come out of there. I would recommend, like I said, just trying to defend further back towards spawn so you don't pull more enemies. But if you have just the drones by themselves to fight, then it's not going to be that big of a deal. You can always use buildings if your health is really low. Like, you can always go back here to some buildings for some defense, some shielding from some of these drones, but I don't think it'd be too bad, honestly. So then just defend the drones first. And this mission's all about pulling slowly, pretty much. I mean, unfortunately the mission takes a while to do because of that, when you do it that way. I mean, of course, if you have, you know, obscene amount of health, it's not a big deal. You can probably do this a lot quicker. But my strategy I like to make usually for newer players that have lower health, or just even for just necessarily safer if you're having trouble with a certain mission. So, of course, once all the drones are dead, I'm going to go back in and kill the next ship. You can either, I mean, I don't mind necessarily killing this rollerball ship next, honestly, because these enemies are pretty annoying too. So of course, if you are a wing diver, you can always just stay up here, which is nice. Also with the Ranger, if you saw my video, you can actually fly on top of the ships with a flamethrower and kill the ships from up top as well. So that is a possibility. Of course, the wash ships will be tough if you don't have someone to help defend you, but it is a possibility for ships that aren't the wasps to do. So it's under quick tips if you're interested about that weird kind of I don't know if it's a glitch or what it is, but it's definitely interesting. Alright, so then you kill this one, and then defend, and then I would recommend going to the wash ship next, because that's going to be your worst ship. But there's going to be one more phase of drones, so I would definitely go for the wash ship here to get this thing out of the way, because it's bad. So kill the wasps first, probably, because it's a little bit hard to get to the ship because it's so low to the ground, but you can always slowly work your way in by killing the wasps and then going towards the ship, getting a few shots here and there if your health is pretty low. But you know, if you have like the right weapons, such as like Zexar guns, can help out with that, of course, to defend while you're attacking the ship or something like that. It can always work out good. But so now we kill this last ship, or once we kill this wash ship, there's going to be another set of drones that come out. I believe I'm a little bit too fast as to why the drones haven't spawned yet. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, these will come out next, so you don't have to necessarily kill the spiders next. You could, if you want to kill that ship really quickly, you can do that, of course, too. But a lot of drones here, so might as well kill these drones. And that's pretty much it. You're going to have help come in late, which I don't understand why they even come in at all, but you're going to have railguns and Nyx, I think, coming in when you kill this last ship. So let's go ahead and kill this ship and see what happens with this. See if I can kill it before it closes. Oh my goodness! Nope. But yeah, you will have some railguns. I think they're railguns that come in Nyx. They come in once you kill the last ship. So you can maybe use them to help out the drone phase, but honestly I don't know if it really matters, if it's a big of a deal. I think it's just they come in late to the battle as part of the story. It's not necessarily there to help you. Let me at least show these guys when they come in. But yeah, if you're careful with those NPCs, as you can see here they come. If you're careful with those NPCs at the beginning, you can keep them alive till the end. Yeah, here comes the Nyx. And they do have missile launchers, so you could always use them to help out with the drone phase if you kill that last ship quickly, but I don't think it's necessary, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's this mission, not too bad. So like I said, as long as you pull slowly, I think you will find it relatively pretty easily. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find the channel. And as always, thanks a lot for watching. And remember, EDF doesn't leave men behind. It's for real. And if you're interested in ways to help support the channel financially, there's 3 different tiers on the join button next to the subscribe button, which helps out a lot. Or watching a few ads helps financially too. It's very much appreciated. Hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot.